Then comes what is called the cessation of the pulsations. That is, the double pulsation will be totally submitted to the eternal one. And you will have the touch of what we call the soul. And cessation of pulsations. Therefore, respiration also will come to a cessation. Pulsations cease for a required length of time. And respiration ceases. Consciousness goes into soul consciousness. Whereas it sleeps to the other aspects of the world. Even the heartbeat, when it is to be suspended for some time, it will be suspended. But often, whether it is necessary or not, nature should decide, and we should not. There are hatha yogis who stop heartbeat and who make a demonstration of it. It only proves, it only shows that we can prove it, but it's not a matter of proof. We want something else. So, says it is the equilibrium of pulsations. It brings to the poise. Often, when we are in ecstatic moods, normally also, there will be some moments when the breath is suspended. Without even any practice, it's a matter of experience in the outer world also. When we are in ecstasies of something, for some moments the respiration will stop. But here it is a matter of a conscious process. You are growing aware of the whole process. This is how it takes place. And the next immediate caution is, this should not be exclusively practiced. It should be practiced along with the other steps of the yoga path. Because we have the external activity, and unless we begin to regulate our external activity, which includes our programming and the items of our daily routine, our vocational life, all these things are there. Unless we begin to grow aware of them and begin to regulate them, the process of the machine cannot be regulated. If at all, if we try to regulate it, it is only artificial. So we should start at the same time simultaneously from the other end, objective aspect of the activity. That is, what you have to do is, along with this, you note down all the compulsory items of your daily routine which are expected to take place every day. And you find out the probable timings when you have to attend them and make them regular. You take the 24 hours and suppose you get up in the morning, you take your breakfast, you begin to go, you start at home, you reach the office, you will work in the office, you have the lunch break, again you work in the office, you come out from the office. Like that, you have an idea of the programming of the day, and then gradually by keeping the timings exactly to the minute, without any mental tension, to keep the program. That is more important. If you try to run, you can run physically, but you should not run mentally. That is how you have to take care. Otherwise, the whole process becomes dangerous instead of helping us. Because we are going into more and more tension daily to finish everything and keep up timings. And then these points in the dial of your clock will be established. When they are established, the hours are arranged on the dial. That is what Master CV means, axis arranged hours. There is the axis which is your consciousness. The hours should be arranged around the axis. Now, gradually, you will get a polygon of your own daily activity. Everyone has his or her own polygon of 24 hours. And somewhere which is possible and convenient to you, divide it into 12 hours each and 6 hours each. You can measure according to the divisions of 6 hours. It is more convenient. This is sunrise, you can take it. Then the sun comes to the mid-heaven, top. This is 6 hours. This is only Earth's rotation graphically represented. And then he comes to the west. That is sunset. And then he comes to the mid, under your feet. That is 12 in the night. 4 divisions, cardinal divisions are there. In the language of Ezekiel, it is called the cross of matter upon which the Lord is crucified every day. We can have some such arrangement for our routine and activity. Along with this activity, effort or awareness, that is, simultaneously you should do this when you do pranayama. That means every attempt to regulate your breath should be supplemented by your attempt to regulate your daily activity. And without doing this, if you do that, it is highly dangerous. And this caution is unfortunately not known by 90% of those who teach pranayama. They ask you to enforce pranayama upon your lungs.